What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. We got a funny one here, and it comes from the SNP. Of course, relating to the stunt that occurred Friday night when Europe and Scotland intertwined was projected onto the EU Parliament building, with claims at the time saying Europe backs Scotland or something along them lines. Either way, it was nonsensical and just made them look rather pathetic. But it turns out it wasn't even the EU who put it up there or even gave permission for them to do it, and they have since come out and said so, with this article in the Scottish Daily Mail saying, "Trick of the light. Stunt backfires on Sturgeon as Europe denies setting it up. You complete clown. Prior authorisation was not requested. The SNP broke strict Brussels rules after projecting a light display onto the European Commission headquarters without permission." I mean, it shouldn't really matter considering the United Kingdom is no longer part of the EU, which also includes the SNP, regardless of whether they like it or not. They can piss and whine all they want. It's still a fact. The display, promoted by party leader Nicola Sturgeon, appeared on Friday evening with the words Scotland and Europe linked with a love heart, in what is gotta be one of the most cringiest things I've seen personally, but oh well. It coincided with the UK's departure from the European Union. Miss Sturgeon and other senior nationalists have been criticised over social media posts which imply that the European Commission was complicit in displaying the political message. However, Brussels chiefs yesterday confirmed they had nothing to do with the stunt, which appeared online. Miss Sturgeon tweeted a picture adding the EU Commission building in Brussels tonight, and if you look carefully, you'll see that they do appear to have left a light on for us. No, you did that, they didn't leave a light on for anyone, trust me. Her husband, SNP Chief Executive Peter Murrell, tweeted that the building was on message. Yeah, because you put it on there, you complete pillock. The SNP has confirmed it hired Edinburgh's double take projections to do the display. Last night, the firm said it wished to make no comment. Yeah, because you were trying to get away with it, but you got caught out in the end. An EU Commission spokesman has confirmed to the Scottish Daily Mail that no prior authorisation was requested, adding that the display was short-lived. Security staff did not contact the police, as would usually be the case, and the SNP has refused to comment. So my guess is they literally just flashed it up there for a couple of seconds just to get the picture, and then took it down again, so as that they didn't get nicked. And as you see there, it said the police was not contacted, as would usually be the case, likely because they know Sturgeon is their woman inside the UK, sewing divisions. Or at least attempting to, because we all know the SNP are nothing more than a puppet government given the right to exist by the United Kingdom's government. They really need to learn their place in the world if you ask me. With the Express also picking up on it, Nicola Sturgeon humiliated. SNP's embarrassing Brexit stunt exposed by baffled EU. Nicola Sturgeon has been left red-faced after it emerged the Scottish Nationalist Party paid for a Scotland Loves Europe symbol to be projected on the European Commission headquarters, despite hinting it was arranged by Brussels, as I said earlier. The news will cause embarrassment for SNP leader Nicola Sturgeon, who implied that the EU had set up the display, claiming the bloc had left a light on for Scotland in the wake of Brexit. Tweeting an image of the building lit up, she wrote, "The EU Commission building in Brussels tonight, and if you look carefully, you'll see that they do appear to have left a light on for us." Her statement was echoed by Peter Grant, Treasury spokesman for the SNP and former Europe spokesman at Westminster, who tweeted, "What a strange thing to do for a European Commission that Labour and the Tories say doesn't want Scotland back in." And there we have it, guys. SNP shitweasels claiming the European Commission did this, when in actual fact, the trout you see on the screen now is the one who commissioned this, along with her Remoaning party. But a Commission spokesman said the EU was obviously not involved in the light project on the Beryl Mont. He told the Times permission to put the light on the building had not been sought, as we got a brief overview in the past article. Nikos something or other, Bloomberg reporter, tweeted, "Commission tells me they were not involved in this." Obviously they had, because of course they are not going to do something like that. Boris Johnson could well just turn around and say, "You know what, fuck you, no deal, we'll see you later." They ain't gonna do that because it makes them take a side in something they have no part in. While I do expect they probably do take sides on things like this, just not so openly. It continued, "Note, touching as it would be to leave a light on for Scotland to find its way home, it would also be an open call to secession and involvement in the internal affairs of a third country, as I just said." An SNP spokesman confirmed that the pro-independence party was behind the symbol, sparking fury among Holyrood rivals, as it would. Maurice Golden, chief whip for the Scottish Tories, told the newspaper it was nothing more than an SNP stunt, which is pretty much all they can do, aside from ruining Scotland, of course. They do that very well. He said it's concerning to see elected representatives imply online that somehow the European Commission were complicit with this, or had even orchestrated it. Miss Sturgeon is ploughing ahead with her plans to drag Scotland out of the Union after Britain finally unshackled itself from the EU on January 31st. The SNP leader says she wants to hold an independence referendum by 2020, and I wanted to leave the EU years ago. Didn't get it, same way you won't get that. Suck it up, sweet cheeks. And it finishes up there with the Scots are currently split over independence in their nation 50-50. But I'd say that's 2 articles there absolutely tearing her a new one. One of them of course come from the Daily Mail newspaper, the second was from the Express. And let's not forget the EU themselves put a shitter in her plans by saying they obviously wouldn't do that, and stated the reasons why they wouldn't. It just really goes to show how much the SNP are literally complete shitweasels, I guess. Because now they've been caught out, Nicola Sturgeon is nowhere to be seen. What a devious coward she actually is. But on that note guys, I am going to end the video there. As some of you will know, I have started doing live streams and uploading gaming content on my second channel. If you are interested in joining me for a chat in real time during one of my live streams, have an interest in gaming related content on YouTube, or simply want to follow me over there because you are a legend, the link to subscribe will be down in the video description and as a pinned comment. I hope to see you all there. Now as always, I want to thank our YouTube, PayPal, Patreon and Subscribe Star members for supporting the channel, along with everyone who watches my videos. Remember to let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below, leave a like, subscribe with a notification bell and share this video as it helps the channel a lot, and I'll see you all in the next one.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors. Slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires. And that is why Britain is leaving. And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going and we are glad to be going. We're off.
Ramon! Ramon!